Greetings. Yeah, see, I mean, that's the thing. I just heard a reader say it. So they have sent something bad. And if it didn't go to the Earth Angel, it had to go somewhere. Well, yeah, I mean, I transmute as much as I can. But I'm not everyone. I'm not like everyone else. So basically what that is telling me is if we had homeless voodoo in the cards yesterday, because they want the Earth Angel going through an anointing, going through a crown activation, going through a spiritual awakening, whatever, a transformation, whatever you want to call it, getting into divine union, into union with the divine. So then you've got these dark practitioners attacking the divine. Number one, they don't believe in the divine. Okay, great. Well, if you girls and guys are talking about the devil infiltrating your mind, and I'm shielded from all that. The Earth Angel was tested by the ancestors. God chose you. Okay, whatever. What you're telling me, like attracts like. So if I'm finding a gentleman in the UK, and it was in his description box, he doesn't know what's going on. People in the comments were telling him, that sounds like demonic torment. Sounds like that sounds like demon possession. Sounds like it's going for possession. They said that in the comments. It's called Really Haunted. He's in the UK. When I read in his description box, he says, believe it if you want to. He doesn't know. Which is basically telling me that everyone going to that channel, drawn to that channel, drawn to the dark shit that's happening in his house, is going to infiltrate their mind. And they're going to manifest it in their own realities. That's what I said yesterday. Is that Dolores Cannon, out of thousands of sessions before she passed away in 2016, she never found a hell. Okay, well, I believe that. I've come into union. But if you've got all of these people doing conjuration, conjuring demons, conjuring the jinn, right? And they're not calling upon their angels. They're summoning demons. They're conjuring the jinn for riches and money and baneful magic. And we're calling on the angels for protection and healing, clearing the energetic path. Okay, I can't believe in calling upon the angels for protection and healing and not believe that these fools are summoning demons and jinn. Okay, cool. So then what does that do once that entity is on? So I'm sitting here glowing like an angel, talking about healing fucking natural disasters and shit from them constantly attacking Earth Angel energy, constantly attacking my birth chart. They want me homeless. They want this, and this. Okay, cool. So yes, that energy bounces off me, and it has to go somewhere. Yeah, you're a freak of nature. It's okay, and I'm fine with being a freak of nature. However, you have a gentleman in the UK who probably, and don't quote me on this, but the video I saw last night, in like 13 hours, he had like 1,000 views. I'm pretty sure people were drawn to that. Okay, great. With the number one way, and he's talking about Beelzebub, Lilith is the devil's wife. If he's talking, if all that shit's happening, and he doesn't know what's going on, he's documenting it the same way my other channel was documenting them attacking me and me clearing it, and them attacking me and me clearing it, them attacking me using voodoo, me clearing it, using Reiki, clearing it with Reiki. Oh shit, here they did it again. Let me clear it again, clear it again, clear it again. right? And now you got a guy in the UK that doesn't believe in Reiki. He doesn't believe in mediums. He doesn't believe in psychics. He doesn't believe in psychic protection. He doesn't believe in spiritual protection. He doesn't know. He doesn't know any of these things. He's never been taught. He's unaware. He's unaware, but he's got an SL, and it's called an SLS camera. So he has an SLS camera, and he's picking up entities in the home. I don't believe it's a hoax. It could be. You're more than welcome to go. More than welcome to go watch and determine for yourself. But what my advice would be is make sure you're protected, because if the number one way that these entities are taking over people is by affecting their mind, and you're immediately going to his channel and watching intently, where your focus grows, you're growing the demons in the dude's house. You're giving them energy, I would assume. So you can't have one without the other. You can't have this without that. The thing is I just said that yesterday before I found that channel, was that the devil attacks everything that you love. Okay, cool. I love watching that shit. But when I see the dude getting scratches on his neck, and I see people flocking to, because they want to see him getting the scratches on his neck. They don't get, if they gave a shit about the guy, they would go to, and they do, they say, maybe you need some paranormal investigators to come and check it out. And he probably doesn't have the money to pay whatever they want to charge, or even know where to turn. He already said that, he had a medium or someone come, and, they told him that, he had spiritual gifts, which everyone does, and that, he had attracted them. It's a haunted house. It's either move from the haunted house or clear your space. Spiritually protect yourself. Take spiritual protection. But see, you can't have Lee with, and I don't even want to promote his channel, because I'm afraid a bunch of halfwits, I want to go see this, and then they're going to watch it and have their minds overtaken, and then it's just like Carl Jung said. Terence McKenna said the unions, they articulated it fairly well. They tried. Autonomous elements escaping the psyche and presenting themselves in physical form. Cool. What I'm assuming by watching that channel is you're going to have a bunch of people intrigued with the meat pipe. They're sitting there focused on the flame. We know that the jinn is created from a smokeless flame of fire. That's why you've got them saying, and you've got shadow people and shit. Oh, the shadow people are after me. They're summoning jinn. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. They're being tormented by demons. There was a book I read one time about how Meath was the gateway. Okay, cool. So if you've got tarot readers talking about the Earth Angel is a freak of nature, that shit doesn't affect me. My energy affects people in ways they don't understand. While I'm channeling right now, I'm constantly calling energy down from the Most High. Pisces has a connection to the Most High. When you hear a tarot reader say that, I'm calling energy down from the Most High, filling up my chakra system, because what it is, I mean, my diet's not the best. That's what it is. I need to change those things. So I just channel extra energy because I want to clear out that energy. It's just what it is. Anyway, I'm a freak of nature. If you got readers talking about the Earth Angel's a freak of nature, it just popped in. Okay, cool. I can go with that. However, Lee in the UK, he's a normal guy. He's not a freak of nature. Lee is a normal guy being demonically tormented. He's got the SLS camera. I went and checked that out. They say, yeah, it's fucking, is this for real? Oh yeah, I would. Okay, cool. If it's picking up entities, I use the plasma filter. My plasma filter, I use it to pick up energies, and I no longer need that. I can do it with my own two eyes. I activated my astral sight. It's called Reiki for astral sight activation. So where they need an SLS camera, I focus on my Reiki for astral sight activation. What's the difference? You can run right out and buy a camera. You can run right out. This SLS camera is on sale for blah, 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 blah. You run right out and do that. Instant gratification. And then run around and see these entities. Okay, cool. So what happens when you get an entity attachment? Don't eat that. You might get an entity attachment or worm. No, she's been dewormed. So anyway, so what happens when they get an entity attachment? Because there's Reiki for entity removal. What happens when they run right out and get this SLS camera and then go ghost hunting and then leave the scene? They leave the scene of the haunting with an entity attachment because they don't understand how energy works. They understand how getting evidence, oh, we're getting evidence, yeah, and then it attaches to you. I said the same thing. I had something pop in the comments, a rainbow paranormal or something like that. It's just what it is. And I go over to the channel and at 11 on the clock. It had a woman and some guy, and they were paranormal investigators, and they had the little EVP picking up the white noise and whatever. Anyway, I can't remember what the guy's name was now, but it was like, who is Andy Kaufman? We'll just say Andy Kaufman. So we'll give some respect to the dead. Here I come to save the day. So that was the question. It wasn't Andy Kaufman. It was another name because they picked it up. And that's what she was trying to find out. Who is this person? Because we've picked up blah, 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 blah on this EVP. We've picked up Andy Kaufman on the EVP. So now we need to find, and that was the title of her video. Who is Alan Watts? Who is whoever? Some random name. And I go to check it out, and she's talking to it, and she sounds at 12:12 on the clock. She sounds intoxicated. But it was the question she asked the entity. And we know that these entities feed on fear. They feed on your life force energy. One of the readers just said, Pisces has an abundance of love. Well, yeah, it's omnipotent, omnipresent, and available everywhere, and I'm consistently channeling it, while you've got people with ill intentions that are consistently harvesting it, trying to use it for ill intentions, and then can't figure out why their lives are falling apart, because they stole from the divine. They didn't come into union with the divine. They stole from the divine. They tried to block the divine. And then when things start going bad in their lives, they want to blame me. They want to blame me because they couldn't do what they normally do to people. They're used to just coming in and robbing your house. No. My 8th house karma, it's like robbing the house of death. They came in and stole some death and then run off with it. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that, right? They want someone else's connection to the divine instead of their own. What are they getting a connection to now? Whatever these entities are they're chasing. And she said it. And she said it just like this. Listen to my voice. What do you use for sustenance? And as soon as I heard it, I thought, bitch, you! He's drawing you right in and eating you alive. What do you use for sustenance? Like, fuck, you can't even form a sentence. He's using you for sustenance. Go get you some Reiki for entity removal. That's what it is. And then you can't tell them because your light, which is information, triggers their demons. Oh, he's fear-mongering. No, you're in danger. Fuck. What do you eat for sustenance? Okay, what's next? You're going to wake up like Lee in the UK with fucking scratches all down your neck? Tarot readers are picking that up too. I mean, that is the question. How many people sit in silence because they feel crazy? I get clients all the time. I've got this weird paranormal shit going on and no one believes me. Oh yeah, well hell, I had to beat it. I had to beat it all by myself. No one believed me either. Now I've got natural disasters on holidays named after karmic family members that probably fuck with witchcraft. Imagine that. Which is, I got readers talking about Pisces has the devil working through the toxic X. Cool. We want that shit way far away from us. We want to take that devil working through the toxic X and give that shit to all the daddies for Father's Day. That's just what it is. I don't want anything to do with that. But you got to think about that. If you've got tarot readers talking about these people have what they wanted for another is what they wanted for themselves, and they wanted to sacrifice the earth angel to the devil only to sacrifice themselves. Confirmation, there's the dog. What does the spiritual meaning of dog bark mean? Right? And you've got women in Texas cooking dogs and blaming it on the devil. You've got Lee in the UK with the SLS camera and some kind of EVP. Lilith is the wife of Satan, and Beelzebub, blah, 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 cherub. Okay, cool. So you've got all that going on in his house. And the number one way that devil energy takes over someone is by affecting their mind. And you have an INFJ dual functioning. I use both hemispheres of my brain simultaneously at the same time. So you've got the freak of nature INFJ that's protected from that. I'm protected from that shit. So I got no problem. I focus on spiritual hygiene. I focus on spiritual protection. Did they get me before? Absolutely. Is that shit backfiring on them now? Absolutely. That's what it is. We got to learn sometime. The question is, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about Lee in the UK that's drawing in a bunch of viewers because he has no fucking clue what's going on? He says it. Believe what you want. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, I agree with you, Lee. I had another channel all about that. Taking spiritual baths. What the fuck is going on, right? And now you've got all this energy in the cards. They've been attacking the Earth Angel. They can't. How does the Earth Angel keep cleansing his energy? Good question. How's everybody else going to cleanse theirs? Now their karmic cycle has started. The Karma Earth Angel had to learn. I had to learn the lessons so I could share the story with you. What's the difference? They're trying to block the truth from coming out because the satanic cult obviously wants a bunch of trigger demons running around on the planet. The death cult is getting what they want. You got all these people flocking to Lee's channel because they want to see the paranormal shit going on, not realizing that sitting there focusing on it, they're opening their mind up to it. Okay, great. Do they know how energy works? Where'd you get a pecan? Fucking squirrels. Anyway, hey, don't eat that. Don't eat the squirrel's nuts. Don't eat the squirrel's nuts. Anyway, think about that. Not Daisy eating squirrel's nuts, but people fucking going nuts from going to a channel that's all about how the fuck to handle this demon infiltration, and it's what it is. And you can't tell me that energy transfers. If I can send Reiki remote healing, it's called Reiki for remote healing for a reason. If I can send Reiki remotely, what do you think Lee trying to figure it out in confusion and illusion and demonic torment, what do you think they're sending out across his channel? And people are just drawn to it. Oh yeah, we're drawn right to that mind infiltrated. Oh God, I have paranormal shit happening. Well, tarot readers been telling you that. Got trickster spirits moving shit around. People are falling ill. All of their rituals, whatever they sent out, went back on them. Unbelievable. And, they want to leave the freak of nature holding the bag in the end when none of our rituals worked, none of our bribes. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do that. We couldn't stop this. And while everybody's over here worried about bribing and stopping the healer, You got people trying to figure it out on YouTube, spreading the spirit of what? It said it was the spirit of gluttony on the channel. Well, hell, that right there tells me that he's going to draw in a ton of people because they just can't get enough. They can't get enough of that content. Oh, God, look at this happening. Oh, God, now my life is ruined because I'm stuck here, losing my mind, watching Lee fight off demons. The fuck ever. That's what it is. That's what it is. You tell me. You tell me what's going on before your old lady cooks a dog. You tell me what's going on before your Lee stuck it out. Every tarot reader on the planet talks about the angelic earth angel Reiki master is surrounded by the ancestors and the angels. The angels have stepped in divine intervention. Okay, cool. That ain't fucking Lee in the UK. That's not Lee in the UK with demonic fucking fighting off demonic torment. So I don't know what y'all are going to do. Fucking, you tell me what you're going to do. I know what the fuck I'm going to do. Nothing. That's their karma. Namaste.